How much difference can one human life make? Turns out quite a lot. So let me tell you a story about Buckminster Fuller. I'm sitting right now in front of a geodesic dome. It's just an Airbnb, but you've probably seen geodesic domes before. If not, definitely look it up. The most famous one is at Disney World, the Epcot Center. Buckminster Fuller was an engineer who, in the 1960s, at around the age of 30 or so, lost his job and therefore lost his ability to financially support his young family, his young wife and child. He decided that since this basically meant that his worth as a man didn't exist and that he had failed as a man in his mind, he was going to kill himself. So he was walking across a bridge across the ocean and decided he was going to throw himself off the bridge halfway through. But what happened? He got to the middle of the bridge and a new thought occurred to him. Something changed all of a sudden. And a thought that he never had came to him, which was, what if, instead of killing myself, I decide to treat the rest of my life as an experiment? What if I treat the rest of my life as an experiment in seeing how much good one human being can do with no resources, with no institution backing them, with basically nothing except his own intellect? And that idea struck him so much that he decided to do it, and indeed went on to spend the rest of his life treating himself as a walking human experiment and as a one-man think tank for building a more positive future. And he invented quite a lot of stuff, one of them the geodesic dome. He also invented the Dymaxion car and invented a bunch of essentially far future technology that's so advanced and so efficient. For instance, geodesic domes are the most efficient way of building a very efficient way of building a home, much more than the square boxes that we put ourselves in now. Some of his ideas are so futuristic that we still haven't caught up with them. And so I want to give you that idea. What if you could treat your life as an experiment? And he had a second thing, a very useful way of looking at things that I want to pass on to you too. And he said, and this is how he came up with things like the geodesic dome. He said, whenever you're looking at a problem that people haven't been able to solve before, you should treat it as if whenever you're looking at anything, you should treat it as if you've never seen it before. Almost as if you're an alien observer that came from somewhere else and is looking at the problem for the first time. And the reason this is important, our world right now is enchained by institutional thinking and old ideas and ways of doing things that are driving us into the ground. All right. So that's going to be it for me. Hope that's some inspiring stuff right there for you. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment Shimpkin to say hello to Charlie. All right. See you soon.